We had a fantastic time at Fort Mackinac, Michigan. What a wonderful state.
We're at Fort Mackinaw. Pretty soon we're going to witness the firing of muskets. See what Cindy and Evelyn are doing.
Hi! We need more antiques. They make me happy.
Okay, I think they're gonna be over here very soon.
I should sit in the sun. We're gonna wait. They're gonna shoot off a musket.
Oh, over there we can. You want to?
Right here?
I think so. So we're sitting over here now.
Are you recording them?
Yeah. Cool.
Is it happening over there or over here?
No, it's over here.
Again, it is our musket firing demonstration on the parade grounds at the center of the fort.
You're welcome to sit there too. I'm nice
Once
and loud.
more, there's our musket firing demonstration on the parade grounds at the center of the fort. Right here, right away. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our musket firing demonstration. My name is Steven, and in just a little bit I'll be firing off this weapon for all of you. Before I do that though, I'm going to talk a little bit about the gun itself, how it works, and how it would have been used on an 18th century battle. The technical name for this weapon is the short land pattern service musket. The second model of it was commonly known as a brown Bess. And in the 18th century, this is one of the most effective and deadly weapons on a battlefield. But if you were to judge this weapon against a modern firearm, this is a deadly piece of junk. There's a couple of things going against it in today's terms. The first one is that it's a smooth bore weapon. The inside of this barrel, just as smooth as the outside. There's no rifled groove cut down the barrel to put a spin on the ball. That spin would allow the musket ball to go further and be more accurate at those longer distances. Without it, this thing's just kind of like a shot put, it just lobs it out there. So the range is maybe 100 yards from our land gate back that way, to the water gate behind this building. If I were to take aim at a target that looks just like me, I'd hit it somewhere. I might head it dead center. I might raise the hat, hit it in the shoes, but it's going to be somewhere on that man-sized target at 100 yards. At 200 or even 300 yards, this weapon is still deadly. But at that distance, if you were to get hit, you could take some comfort in knowing that whoever hit you wasn't aiming at you. They got lucky, and you got incredibly unlucky with that shot. Anything after 100 yards is quite the random shot with this weapon. So it's not the most accurate. It's also not the most reliable. The way it works is this mechanism on the side of the barrel known as the flint lock. We've got a piece of flint in the jaws of what was known as the cock, opposite of this piece of steel on a hinge known as the hammer. Now when I pull the trigger, the flint should fly forward, it should strike the steel, which should create sparks. Those sparks should land in this small pan on the side of the barrel, which should ignite a little bit of black powder that I'll pour in there, which should send a jet of flame through a small toothpick-sized hole in the side of the barrel, which should ignite the main charge that'll be dumping down the muzzle end. So that's a lot of shoulds and a lot of steps. If a single one of those steps doesn't work, nothing's going to work. On a bright, beautiful, perfect weather day, this weapon will work around 80% of the time. Which means take 5 shots, there's a good chance one of them's not going to work. And that's on a nice day. If it's raining, snowy, windy, or just really humid outside, the chances of this weapon working drop even further. So it's not very reliable. It's not very accurate. Back in the 1700s, it's what you got when you got to make do. It doesn't matter if you're a soldier fighting for the British, the Americans, French, Russians, Prussians, Austrians, Spanish. They're all all using something just like this. They might have different names for it, different stylistic changes on the outside. At the end of the day, they're all using smooth metal pipes with flint-lock mechanisms attached to the side. All those same drawbacks in accuracy and reliability, no matter whose army you're fighting for. A couple of warnings before I do fire. The first one is that this is gun can be a little bit loud. I would highly recommend plugging your ears. I'm going to cheat and use phone earpieces since your fingertips will work perfectly if you so choose. And a great time to cover those ears when the 3D gun and make ready. Fire that, I'll level the gun and hope.
Catchment, take care. Poise your firelock. 1, 2. Cock your firelock. 1, 2. Handle cartridge. Prime. Shot pan. 1, 2. Charge whip cartridge. Draw rammer. Ram down cartridge. Turn rammer. Shoulder your firelock. 1, 2. Make ready. Present. Fire. So that's the long, slow training process. Probably see some problems though if someone's shooting back at you if you're doing it that way. It's pretty slow. You may have heard me call up 1, 2. Those are pauses built in to make sure the men who are learning together. It's also a lot of commands to listen for. The sound of one musket going off. Imagine a couple thousand muskets and some cannons going off. You're not hearing much of anything. So in an actual battle, the officers of the army are putting their faith that these are soldiers. This is what they've been trained for. You don't have to walk them through step by step. They know what they're doing. So let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. And primate, load! It's all the same steps. It's not all the talking. And a well-trained soldier expects to do this whole process in around 15 to 20 seconds. Which by our modern standards is not very quick, but back then, you could have a machine gun rate of fire with this thing, and you just need a lot more of them. Start multiplying it by more soldiers, and it can go quite quickly. Make ready! Present! Fire! I've got your firelock, chuck pan, shoulder your firelock, attachment dismissed. I hope you learned a little bit about the gun and the tactics that they were using during the 18th century. If anyone does have any questions, feel free. 5 o'clock, so you've got some more time to keep on exploring. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you all for stopping in today. Hope you have a great rest of your stay here.
We're at Fort Mackinaw.
We're in Fort Mackinaw, Michigan.